Not a light topic today, sadly. I'm going to share my feelings, opinion about safety in transportation compared New York and Paris. Since COVID, there have been a rise of crimes in transportation that maybe you heard of. At the core of the problem, my heart goes first to the people who has mental illness, who are suffering from housing issues, who are lost, helpless in this draining city. This is absolutely heartbreaking, and my only hope is that these people are going to receive the help they really need. Hi everyone. For those who don't know me yet, my name is Margot and I'm a French citizen. I decided 8 years ago to study abroad and get back then to France with my American experience in my luggage. But I didn't. And after a certain number of non-permanent working visas, I'm now a permanent resident working and living in New York City. This abroad life experience changed my life tremendously to the point that I cannot compare those two cultures anymore. Of course, there was a stage, the first years, where I was comparing. But after this stage, I entered the twilight zone, where I fully acknowledged that the new culture I was embracing was not better, not worse, but drastically different. In New York City and in America in general, it seems to me that there is maybe a smaller social safety net for people. In my worst nightmare, I can even picture myself if I didn't have a family or surrounding, and if life was hitting hard on me, I would lose everything in a blink, and I would end up living in my car even though I would have a job. A lot of people in America are living on the edge. As for an example, they are delaying medical attention because they don't know if they're going to be able to deal with the medical bills. In New York City, there is a population that seems to be trapped in the city, mentally, financially, and they are barely surviving on the street. There are unhoused people in France and a large part of the population living on the edge. I'm not denying that, but I'm just saying that maybe with charitable associations and the help of government, there are better chances to slow down or prevent massive and violent knockout, social knockout of people. And my point as well is that in a society where the basic needs are covered or partially covered by the government, health, education, housing, there is way less pressure on the population. Of course, dealing with 1,000 bill or 100,000 bill, it's absolutely not the same challenge. To my understanding of the situation, it seems to me that being successful in France is a path that a person can follow to get more wealth and comfort. It seems to be, from my perspective as well, that in America it's different, and especially in New York, that success is mandatory to prevent a fall down that could be a result of a massive health issue or a life accident. And it seems to be a huge difference, a huge cultural difference. There are a lot of people in a very precarious state in the street of New York City or even the subway. They are lost, they are physically and mentally so exhausted. They have lost any hope for their future. And it's heartbreaking. So what does concretely happens in the New York City transportation? Well, you have two very different kind of population. One at the very end of their rope, a second who has at least basic needs. So what does happen when they confront? Sometimes it can light fires. And sometimes there is a trigger. there is an outburst of rage, and you would never know if it's going to stop and where it's going to stop. And with the threat of suing, because New York City is a city of lawyers, for sure less and less people are going to intervene. You're going to be on your own. It could be very dangerous. Do I feel safe in transportation in New York City? On the whole, yes, and most of the time, yes, because it seems to be that in America, the physical space is more respected. But the level of mental illness and the number of people that are such on the edge is so high and so increasing that I feel that taking the subway is less and less a peaceful experience. If you are visiting New York City, you are in the subway and you see somebody who is a little bit acting weirdly, my 2 cents would be empathetic and smart. Don't engage with these people, just for your safety and just to let them alone. I'm positive you are going to have more chances to have no issue during your stay. But I'm hoping this video is going to bring you a little bit more awareness of the immensity of the despair and the immense depth of the social problem. If you like this video, please give a thumb up, subscribe, and hit the bell button. Next episode. How did my morning routine change since I arrived in America? Stay tuned. À très bientôt. See you soon.